Today, we're going to be discussing about Nigerian democracy. You say, what is democracy? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, right? But is this the reality in Nigeria today? It sounds more like a myth than a reality. So let's talk about it. What is the cost of democracy in Nigeria, and who is paying the price? These are more that we're going to discuss in our today's episode. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. The promise and the reality of Nigerian democracy today. When Nigeria returned to democratic rule in 1999, everyone rejoiced for the hope of better tomorrow, where there will be stable electricity, good road, quality education, justice. But 20 years down the line, politicians still campaign after every 4 years. And when they are elected in office, they don't deliver on their promises. In their campaign ground, they promise heaven and earth, but when they are elected, they barely visited those places they went to campaign. This is the reality of Nigerian democracy. It's like the democracy is only prospering the politicians, while the average Nigerian pays a heavy price of Nigerian democracy today because there's no good road, no stable power, insecurity everywhere. This is the reality of Nigerian democracy. But this is not what democracy promises. Democracy promises stability, good road, good health care. But the reality today is different. There's nothing to write home about. When I said Nigerian democracy only builds the politician, let me give you some numbers. Do you know Nigerian legislator is one of the highest paid in the world? They earn over 120 million naira annually, exclusive bonuses and other benefits they get. In the budget alone, over 300 billion is allocated to them, just them, for salaries and their overhead costs and everything they do there. This is what the reality of Nigerian democracy is. Let's talk about electoral system. If it's really worth it, we conducting an election every 4 years. In 2023, it cost Nigeria over 300 billion naira because that was what was allocated to INEC. But yet, they cannot deliver in free, fair, and credible elections. All elections from the presidential elections to the governor's elections and some senators and all of that, they are all ending up in court. Why? Because INEC has failed in their responsibility. This is the nature of Nigerian democracy. It's not just the outrageous salaries and allowance of our politicians, but it's the invisible cost that is costing the Nigerian people every day, the average Nigerian in the streets. What is this invisible cost? It's time lost to bad governance, life lost to insecurity, dream lost because of lack of good education, businesses destroyed because of bad policies. Nigerian democracy is costing Nigerians their future. What is the use of voting every 4 years, of casting your vote, when those you elected or vote for will not even show up? Go to the National Assembly, go to the Senate. They have 109 members. How many of them are in seats every day? Or when the Senate is in plenary, how many of those senators are there? But they receive their salary. How many of them from your constituency has raised a motion or a bill since he or she has been elected as a senator or a House of Rep member? This is the nature of Nigerian democracy. This is the reality. But this is not what democracy promises. Accountability is the soul of democracy. But you can hardly find that in Nigeria today. where public funds disappear without trace, budgets are padded. When we ask questions as citizens, you're silent. We are not just losing money as a nation, as an individuals, or as Nigerians. We're also losing faith. You can see the rant online. You can see the people complaining online because they are losing faith in those they have elected in office. They are losing faith in Nigerian democracy because those they have elected into office are not delivering on their promises. Democracy is the best form of government, but democracy in Nigeria, the reality is different. The reality is different. I can guarantee you that. Where insecurity is ravaging the nation, people cannot go back to their farms anymore. The roads are not motorable. Hospitals, there's no modern day equipment. Police brutality everywhere. This is the reality of Nigerian democracy. What can we do? Because we cannot continue like this as a people. We said, oh, let's create awareness. Let more people go and register to vote. The next question will be, will their vote count? So these are some of the issues or the reality of Nigerian democracy today. Where can we go from here? Where politicians will keep promising and deliver nothing. Where things, where you think, oh, this government is the worst government I've ever seen. Wait until the next government comes into power. You will think, oh, the previous one was better. This is the reality of Nigerian democracy. We said the PDP government was terrible until the APC government came into power. This is what is the reality of Nigerian democracy. So if you find value in this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Most especially, let me know what Nigerian democracy is costing you in the comment section.